Very good morning to all of you. Welcome back to the new session for class 3rd computer science. Okay, I hope that you all are keeping fine, and we have already started chapter 5, that is the internet and introduction to the internet, and we have discussed many things like what is network, what is internet, then what are the uses of internet in different fields, and then we have discussed about like what are the different control options or address bar, URL, web addresses. Okay, now today we move further with this new topic, that is advantages of internet. Advantages of internet. Okay, now so as we already know that the internet is very useful nowadays, and most of the work or the tasks are being done with the help of internet, as we have discussed already the different uses of the internet in the field of learning or education, in the field of business, online shoppings, then in the field of communication to our family members or friends. So some most important advantages of using the internet is that the first one is sharing of data or the information. First most important use of internet is in the field of sharing of data or the information. Okay, using the internet, the multiple users can easily share the informations and resources at the same time over the internet, and this is the easiest way to share the data across the world. Okay, like suppose you have prepared any document, and you have to send it to someone. So if you go by sending it through by postal services or courier services, there will be a chance that there will be delay in the receiving of the document at the another end. Whereas if you use the electronic medium, where the sharing of data are very common or easy. Okay, it can be reached from one person to another person across the world. Wherever you want to send it, you can just send it within few minutes. It will be received by the other person. Okay, so like suppose you take that you have prepared some document and you want to send it to some of your friends or relatives. So you have different options for the sharing. Like you can, if it is a document file, you can upload it on. You can send it as an email, you can send it as a mail to them, you can attach the file and you can send it to them, or you can upload it on your Google Drive and then you can send a link to them. They can get access to that particular data or the information. In same way, if you take example of offices, where suppose there are more than 500 people are working in that particular office, and you want to share some files or information with someone. Okay, whatever, like suppose that you have prepared some document or you have collected some information regarding certain topics and you want to send it to your boss, send it to your manager or boss in the office. So you do not need to go personally and meet him, or individually go and meet him, or to give the document by hand. You can just share over the network. And at the same, it can be get accessed by the person who receives the file, and he can go through that particular document or even the data or information. Okay, in same way, suppose there are different resources are there. Okay, some database file is there. some database file is there. Then like take example of your school. Take example of your school where there is a network. There is a network connectivity of one computer to another computer. Okay, all the computers are connected to each other, and the teachers do not need to personally go to the office and do their work. They can do it from their computers also, and it can be shared with the office peoples, like preparing your mark sheet or entering the marks, entering your attendance. Everything can be done from the different computers available at different places in the school. Okay, for everything they do not need to go to the office. Okay, so this is how the sharing of data is one of the most important advantages of the internet. Okay, so we can write as using it, multiple user can access and use the data and resources throughout the world. Okay, so this is one of the throughout the world, or you can say across the world. Okay, so this is one of the most important uses of sharing of data. Okay, data can be shared among the peoples or different users who are located at different locations throughout the world, and they can easily access and use that particular document or even data, and they can work on that data also. Okay, the next important advantage is less hardware cost. Less hardware cost. Less hardware cost. Now, using the internet or the networks, by using the internet or the networks, we can reduce or we can minimize the cost or the expenses which we are doing on the hardware components. The hardware component, I hope that all of you know about what is the hardware. All the physical components of the computer, which all, or you can say that all the parts of the computer which you can touch and see. All the parts of the computer which you can easily touch and see are known as hardware. Is known as the hardware part. So by connecting the users to each other, or by using the internet where all the users are connected together, we can reduce or we can minimize the hardware cost. Now take example how. Suppose take example of any particular office. Okay, and there are more than 500 users are there. 500 people are working there, and there are it is office of 3 different floors are there. Okay, first floor, second floor, and third floor. Now, so as there are 500 people are working, so you need to purchase 500 different computers. Then if they want printers or scanner, everything, you have to give them a 500 different set of printers also. So by using the internet, what you can do that you can just provide one printer on each floor. You provide one printer on each floor. Like suppose there are 100 users on the first floor. Okay, you connected all the 100 users and you have connected them with the printer, one printer in each floor. In same way for second floor and the third floor also. Okay, now what can happen, that any user who wants to take the printout, or want to use the scanner or any modem services, like suppose Wi-Fi modems are there, from one modem many computers can be connected. Okay, so we do not need to provide different modems to different users. You can just put one modem, Wi-Fi modem there in the office, and through it many users can get connected. Okay, in same way. So what will happen, that if any of the user wants to take the printout, it can access and use that particular printer as it is connected over the internet. And this is how we have saved our money in giving a personal or individual set of printer to each and every user. Okay, so how we have, suppose there were 100 users on the first floor, you have just put one printer on the first floor and you have connected all the users to the printer. Okay, anyone who wants to take the printout, he can give the command from their computer and it will take the printout. Okay, this is how you have saved the cost of 499 printers. So in this way we can reduce or we can minimize the hardware cost also. Now we are talking about the printers. In same way you can do it for the scanners also, modems. Then nowadays we can do it for the storage device. Like suppose if you are giving personally hard disk to each and every computer, it is better to just you put storage devices. You connect the storage device or number of different hard disks on the network, and every user can connect to that particular network storage device, and they can store their own data on that particular device itself. Okay, so this is how we minimize the different costs of different hardwares over connecting to the internet. Okay, so the hardware devices like printer, scanners, modem, etc. can be easily shared in the network from one computer to another, and it reduces the cost of hardware devices. By sharing hardware devices through network, we can reduce the cost of hardware devices used. Okay, so this is how we can reduce the hardware cost, or we can minimize our cost of the different hardware components used within our office or working place. Okay, now the third important use is the security of the data. Third important advantage is security. Okay, now when you are connected to the internet, or when you are connected over the internet, then the data and everything are been, as we have discussed earlier, we have shared all the data, informations and documents. Then we have shared the different hardware devices also. Now if you are connected to the internet, and if you think that if you think that it is not secure, it is not secure, or in security point of view, from the security point of view, if you think that it is not safe to save your data or information over the internet or to share the information over the internet, then you are wrong. It is secure because the person, because only the authorized person, the person to whom you have given the user ID and password, by changing the settings of the network, you can change the settings of a network, and you can only authorize some of the people, not all the people, who can use that particular network and the data and the hardware devices which are shared on the network. You can allow only selected peoples only, and you can provide them user ID and the password, and so whenever they try to use any data or they want to gain access any data or information from your computer or from your network, and even they want to use the hardware component or the hardware device of your network, they have to give their own user ID and password. They have to give the user ID, they have to enter their own user ID and password, and after that it will be checked whether this person is having the permission to use that particular data or information or not. And if he is permitted, he will get the access to that particular data or information, and if he is not permitted or the permission is not given to him, then it will just stop him to access or to use that particular data or information. So in the security point of view, from the security point of view, if you see, only the authorized users may have access to the files and applications over the internet. Okay, so we can write only users, those have permission can only use or access the data and hardware resources over the network, over the internet. Okay, so only it will authorize the person who have a valid user ID and a password, and who is being given a permission can only get access to the particular data or information which he wants, or he can only use the hardware resources. No other persons can enter into your network and can gain access to your data or cannot use your resources. Okay, so these are the three important advantages of internet. These are the three important advantages of internet. Now we move to the next topic, that is disadvantages of internet. Okay, the disadvantages of internet. So now we have talked about important uses of internet, then we have talked about advantages of internet. But as it is the field of science, there is a lot of possibilities, and each and everything has its own disadvantages. Using or excess using, if excess using or excess of anything can have its own disadvantages also. It is same with the internet also. So internet has some of its own disadvantages of like the internet is a public platform. We know that it is a public platform. Anyone can get access to the any data which is stored over the internet. Okay, whatever data or the information which you are storing over the internet. Okay, like if you make any videos, and you uploaded it on the YouTube. Okay, so you can, that particular video can be accessed or viewed by the different peoples, and they can even download and they can modify the video, they can edit the videos. Okay, in same way as it is a public platform, a lot of people from around the world log into the internet daily, and some people, okay, and not all the people, some of them out of that are mischievous, some of them are good, and some of them are evil also, that they have only negative intention, they have only intention to destroy something or to make unnecessary use or to break something. Okay, so the internet has its share of its part of disadvantages also, and some of the disadvantages is one of the most important disadvantages is fraud. First of most important disadvantage is fraud. The chance of the internet fraud and stealing is entirely possible. However, the chances are lessened by, we have reduced the chances by security experts over the internet, but we should be careful on the internet while making financial and other transactions over the internet. Prevention is better than cure. Like now, what type of frauds can be happen over the internet? If you use the internet, what type of frauds can be happen with you? That, as we have talked as earlier in the earlier topic in the advantages of internet, we have discussed about the security level. We have discussed about the security level where only the authorized person who has a proper user ID and the password can get access to the data or information over the internet. Okay, but in some of the cases, the frauds can be happen. Like if you are generally doing, or your parents are doing online transactions, like nowadays many people are using your parents are using their mobile apps, okay, or their internet banking or mobile banking facilities are given there by the banks. Even they are using their debit ATM cards and credit cards for online shopping, or so you are for mobile recharge, TV recharge, whatever the things are there, we are trying to do it through the online from using the internet. But there are chances that if you are not following or not careful, if you are not careful while using the internet, then there will be a chance that there will be a sudden type of fraud can be happen to you. Okay, we are not discussing these things now in more detail because it is not of your level. You will not able to understand when you will come to the class 6 and 7. When you will reach to class 6 and 7, then all things will be in more detail. You will study everything will be more detail, and there you will able to understand how the frauds are being done, who are the people who are doing the fraud, and how this process is being done. Now you can only understand that in the case if like your parents are using their ATM cards or credit cards for online purchasing, booking e-tickets, okay, even they are using mobile banking or internet banking facilities, then there can be a chance of fraud. There can be a chance. So it is better that you use all these services, but you have to take precautions. You have to prevent yourself and use all these services carefully. To use these services carefully. Again, the second disadvantage is quick spread of message. Quick spread of message. Quick spread of informations or the messages. It is really easy to spread wrong informations over the internet, and as the information can spread quickly, you can become either very famous over the internet quick or very infamous also. So you should be careful while using the internet. Now I take example that different chatting, online chatting or messaging services are available there. Different chatting or messaging services are available there, like to take most general one, to take example of WhatsApp Messenger is there, and I hope that you all are familiar with that, because all the videos and everything we are sharing, all the notes or the exercise parts we are sharing to you with the help of WhatsApp group only. Okay, so by the disadvantages of using these services is that suppose someone send you some wrong message, someone send you some fake news has been sent by you, someone, that take example that there is a news that from 1st of November all the schools will reopen. Okay, just to take example that one message is received by you on your WhatsApp by you is that from 1st of November 2020 all the schools will be reopened for all the classes. Okay, and you do not check it properly and you thought that particular person is good friend or family member and he has given some important information, and what you will do, you will send to few of your more friends or family members. Okay, then again they will send to forward it to someone. So this is how that some wrong message or the fake informations can be spread very quickly like a fire. It can spread very quickly like a fire, and what happens that when we receive the message, we do not check whether that particular message is correct or not. Just what we do, we read it, and if we think that it is important for some other people also, what we do, we just forward it to our friends or the family members. Okay, but sometimes not all the messages or the news which are coming is fake, but sometimes there can be a chance that some news or the informations can be wrong also. So it is one of the disadvantages of internet that using the internet, people can generally spread a fake news very immediately or very quickly, and in order to become famous for them. Okay, in order to become famous for them, they just spread a wrong information or share the wrong informations over the internet. Okay, the third important disadvantage is virus. Okay, now as you are human being and sometimes you are unhealthy, you becomes unhealthy if you are not keeping yourself neat and clean. If you are not keeping yourself neat and clean and not eating the healthy foods, what happens? You will have some health issues or health problems will be there related to you. Okay, you maybe come in contact with the bacteria or viruses and you fall sick. You will have fever, vomiting, and lot of problems will be there. In same way, for the computers also, if we are not keeping our system healthier, we are not checking it properly at every interval of time, we are just downloading the different files. So how does these viruses come to the computer? Mostly it comes from sharing of the information. And what is the medium? Either it can be through internet or through the sharing of pen drives. Okay, generally what happens that if you have used any, you want to have some game. Suppose your friend has downloaded some new game and you liked it, that particular game, or some movies or songs. And what you can do is that you can ask your friend to give that particular game or movies in a pen drive, and you bring at your home, just to plug in that pen drive and you start using that game or movies on your laptop or computer. Now what will happen, that if suppose your friend's computer is infected with a virus, your friend's computer or that particular pen drive is infected with a virus, what will happen, that virus will, when you will plug your pen drive in your computer or the laptop, then your computer or laptop will get infected with the virus. And what does it happen? Then it will not work properly. It will become slow down, or some of the programs which you try to open will be not opened. Okay, so, or it may delete some important files or informations from your computer. So this type of things can be happen through the virus. Or the another way of spreading of the virus is that from the internet. What happens generally, we open the different websites, and suppose you want to download any game, you just open the website, you have downloaded any game from the internet, and you have installed on your smartphone or your computer or laptop, and you have started using it. But sometimes these files, online games or the softwares, if you are downloading, or some documents you are downloading from the internet, sometimes there may be chance that it may contain some virus files also. Viruses can be there, and so your computer or the laptop or your smart device can get infected by the virus, and it will not perform properly. So the virus hit, it is a big problem for the computer system, and we should be careful while opening the various sites on the internet, as it may be affect the proper functioning of the computer system due to virus. Okay, so when you use the internet, use it carefully and only download the things from the trusted source or the websites. Okay, do not download anything from any websites. If you do not know about that particular website, don't download it from there. There will be a chance that there can be a virus, and it can affect your computer, and your computer cannot perform well. Okay, so this is how the hardware is virus affects our system. Then the fourth one is fourth one is hacker, and the hacking is the process of illegal gaining access to the someone else's computer system, and the person who does this is known as hacker. Generally, the hackers are the person who tries to get access to the internet or the network within your network. Suppose you are connected to internet, and if your some friends want to get access to your laptop or your desktop, they want access to your laptop or internet, and they want to use the files which are being used by your, or some games or movies, then this type of work is generally done by the hackers, and this process of getting into someone other's computer without his or her permission is known as hacking. Okay, so who is the hacker? Hackers are the person who performs hacking. Hackers are the person who performs hacking, and the hacking is the process of gaining or moving inside the network, someone other's network, or to gaining access to the someone else's computer without his or her permission and using the resources. Like your laptop is there and someone comes to your house and without your permission, he tries to, if your laptop or computer is password protected and he tries to break the password, or your mobile device is there, some of your friend comes and they try to just unlock your device anyhow and they want to get access to your mobile phones or computer or laptop and see what are the things you have stored in your computer, or even they can hack your network and they can use the internet of your device on their own device. So such type of things can be done by the hackers, and this process of getting into someone other's computers without his or her permission is known as the hacking. Okay, so this is how we come to the end of this chapter. This is how we come to the end of chapter 5, and I hope that you have understood this chapter. And if you still have any doubt, on any topic, you can call me and I will clear your doubts. Till that time, thank you and have